Struggling with question 1.1 and not sure how to tackle evidence-based practice? In the next few minutes, I'll show you exactly how to structure your answer, which theories to include, and how to use the scenario effectively to hit those higher marks. This is one of those questions where students either nail it or completely miss what the marker wants. Let's make sure you're in the first group. Most students lose marks here because they simply describe what evidence-based practice is without actually evaluating it. Another common mistake is giving generic examples that could apply to any organization rather than using the specific context you've been given. Finally, many students forget that evaluate means weighing up strengths and limitations, so they only present the positives. If your answer reads like a textbook definition with no critical analysis, you're heading for a referral. The command verb here is evaluate, which means you need to make judgments about the value and effectiveness of evidence-based practice. You're being asked to do two things, which are to critically assess the concept of EBP itself and provide two practical examples showing how it could be applied in people's practice decisions. The marker wants to see you understand both the theory and how it works in real situations. A pass answer describes EBP, whereas a merit or distinction answer weighs up its benefits and challenges, whilst applying it meaningfully to the context provided. Evidence-based practice means making decisions based on the best available evidence, rather than gut feeling, tradition, or personal opinion. You should explain that EBP draws on multiple sources, such as scientific research, organizational data, professional expertise, and stakeholder input. Reference the CIPD's emphasis on effective thinking and decisions that can be justified to others. Make sure you evaluate both the strengths of this approach and its practical limitations. You'll need to discuss decision-making models to show a deeper understanding. The rational decision-making model assumes logical, step-by-step analysis, but you should evaluate its limitations in real-world contexts where time, information, and cognitive capacity are limited. You could also touch on individual versus group decision-making, including risks like groupthink and group polarization. Remember to evaluate these concepts, not just describe them. Begin with a brief introduction that defines evidence-based practice and signals that you'll evaluate its value and application. Your first main section should consider the concept itself using a balanced approach, explain what EBP involves, discuss its benefits such as improved decision quality and reduced bias, and then critically assess challenges such as time constraints, data availability, or resistance to change. Use the peel structure throughout, point evidence from theory, example from context, link back to your argument. Aim for genuine critical analysis, not just a list of pros and cons. Your second main section needs to provide two distinct examples of how EBP could be applied to people practice decisions within the scenario context. For each example, explain the decision area, what evidence sources would be relevant, and how using EBP would improve outcomes. Make sure your examples are specific to what the scenario tells you about the organization's situation and challenges. Conclude by synthesizing your evaluation, which may be that EBP is valuable despite its limitations and what conditions help it succeed. The scenario gives you a specific organizational context that you must use to ground your examples. Look at what the scenario tells you about the organization's current challenges, workforce issues, or strategic priorities. Your two examples should directly address situations that would be relevant to this particular organization, not generic HR scenarios. Think about what people practice decisions the organization might be facing based on the information provided. Generic answers without scenario application will cap your marks significantly. To push into higher marks, reference academic sources beyond the core textbook, such as journal articles on EBP effectiveness. Show nuanced evaluation by acknowledging that EBP works better in some contexts than others. Remember, you need to evaluate the concept with balanced analysis, include relevant decision-making models, and provide 2 scenario-specific examples. For unit and criteria-specific learning materials and AI and originality checking, check out People Study Pro. You will find the link in the description below.